friends. I just want to say that I haven't abandoned you, that the current progress has been slow. I've been working through how do I understand feelings, how do I understand my feelings and use them to really create value within myself. How do I listen to their messages and how do I move forward from them? And how do I create a framework that hears and propels us forward through feelings? There have been lots of things put out about motivation and how to get motivation and what motivation is and if it's even real. I know that there's things called friction, the barriers preventing us from acting. And while that's the environment, there's something that comes from within. And so combating both friction on the outside, but listening to feelings within is a real key for how do we actually get stuff done. How do we become precise? How do we become someone that accomplishes rather than just stays stagnant? How do we actually grow? How do we use faith, hope, and charity? How do we move forward? What is forward? One of the concepts of removing friction is putting yourself into a scenario where the most important thing to do is put yourself in the environment where you're immersed, where it becomes easier to do the thing than to not do the thing. And so the free will, so to speak, has been reduced because it's not about making more choices. It's, no, I already made the choice and I'm committed to it. And on the flip side, the thing that I'm after is freely making the right choices. And that comes from strong internal alignment. Again, I don't know that it's necessarily about having a plethora of choice. That's not freedom. Freedom is internal harmony and alignment with the core values of what you really want. And so I think that the way forward can be a restriction of freedom in both areas. Anxiety is when you have too many choices. Anxiety is analysis paralysis. I think having too much choice isn't helpful. I think what we have to do is we have to sift out what is our hierarchy of wants, what's our hierarchy of needs, what's our hierarchy of value. And then we place ourselves and we create routines that bring about the hierarchy in the right chronology. And I've come up with a decent chronology, and now for me it really is about figuring out the hierarchy. Does the chronology, you have to do this first, and so does that make it highest priority to do it first? But if you're iterating through this chronological process, is the latest one in the process the highest in the hierarchy, so that you're actually completing the loop, you're actually finishing things, you're actually getting things done? Or is it more valuable to, well, I don't want to deliver something that doesn't have real value, so I'm going to go back explore, and so then, but then if everything is just very slowly advancing through the knowledge framework, then nothing is ever going to get delivered, because we can always question, oh, well, we can make it broader, we can make the scope bigger, we can make this accomplish more needs, and then nothing ever gets done. And so there is some tension here between the two poles, between the chronology identifying the hierarchy and what is it? Is it value? Is it relationship? What's the What determines what a minimum viable product is? What determines that something is a need versus a want? And that's what I'm seeking to explore, and I don't have an answer for it yet. But I hope that you appreciate this question as you look for it in your life as well. Peace.